Hi, it's Lee from Member Jungle, and I'm just going to put together a bit of a video to show you how datasets in the car database can work. Database is actually created so that you can configure it and custom suit your requirements, because we know that with storing car data, it is very different in a lot of states and there are different requirements. And also a lot of your car clubs have got different information that they store and how they have their processes. So if you come in under membership and you come in under settings under datasets, you'll see that ultimately you can have what is a car. Now, a lot of our clubs have got to have a historic car or a classic car, or they do bikes, and you can actually change those names and have two types in there. Just be aware if you do two types, so classic or historic, that they will actually be in two different reports as well. So then you can come in and you can add all different types of fields. So this is the same as the membership sort of form button here. You can have drop-down buttons, select buttons, radio buttons, image uploads, and file uploads. So when you come through and you add here, so for example, year of manufacture, is it historic, yes or no? You can have different drop-downs here. So you can come through and put the details. A couple of things to be aware of, use drag and drop. So build this form to be whatever you want it to be. So I might say I don't want to have modifications anymore and the information of what I want. So I need to put my photos down here together. You can include a HTML field if you want to. So if you include a HTML field, it will allow you to type in so you can give members more details. Are required to do this, or this is the inspection process, or whatever you want to put in there as well. So let's just include that in my form. So I've got my form there ready to go. I can drag that. So that can be information of what they needed to do for their photo section. I've then also got different options in relation to who can do these. So a couple of things while I'm in here. Is it required? Yes or no? Now this here I've got currently as an admin only field, so it's never shown to members. So I'm actually going to change it, and I'm going to allow them to edit that at any time. So they can upload this field at any time. Now it is a photo. I don't actually want them changing their photos during any other time. I actually am going to only allow them to do it in an application form. So only when they add it to start with, and then they can't actually ever edit it again. The other thing is I can allow it to be only on sign-up forms or on renewal forms or on both. So with a photo, I actually want them to change their photos once a year. So I am actually going to go through and I'm going to make it editable in application form and make it editable renewal and sign-up form. So some of those other fields, for example, I might want to have their VIN number, that it is editable only in application form, but it's only in the sign-up form. So the only time this person can ever edit the VIN number is in the initial sign-up form. So when they first add the car, then they can't come and do it. So once you've done any approvals and changed that, then they can't see that from there as well. Now you'll notice there is also an option for secondary members. You can have cars show that secondary members are able to add them. So if you're doing group membership or couple membership, you can have a group couple membership and each member can add their own cars up to whatever the limit of the product is. So if you want to, this is just to show this particular field for secondary members. You can control it that any particular secondary members can add cars or not as well. So once you've got that ready to go, then you get your car information. Then the next thing you need to do from a setup perspective is come into your membership levels. So in your levels, you can come into your membership form and you do need to add the field type cars. Now I already have it here. So this is my car type. I can give it a name. I can choose if it's required or not as well. So what that's going to do is that will then add that field to the bottom of my membership form. I'll show you how that looks from a membership perspective at the moment. Once that's added, you can also come in here and you can edit the default limits. So the default limits per product, now this you can see is my membership products. So these are my products here. So my products, what you can see is the default levels for that. So if you're wanting to charge per car, so data set limit, the default is 3. So I'm going to change that to be 1. Actually, I'm going to change it to be 0. Then with the car club membership with 1 car, it's 1. The car club membership with 2 cars, it's 2. Car club with 3 cars is 3. Then I'm going to go the couple membership, they can have 3. The family, they can have 3. And the life membership, they can also have 3. So I save that, and that will now control the limit of how many cars someone can add when they purchase one of these membership products. Okay, so now that's all ready to go from a sign-up perspective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now assume that a member here comes through and they're going to add their car details. So members are signing up, they're adding their car details, and I want to come in and have a look. So I'm going to come in and do a search for everybody that is in the car club membership. So these guys will likely have cars, and then I'm going to come in then and have a look at a member. Now I can come in and I'm going to click on the person called Classic Car. So you can see that's the normal member record here. If I come to Datasets, I'll see what cars they have in their garage, and I can click on View and see some details. Now you notice I can't edit that from here. I do need to go into membership. I need to then go into details for that membership and click edit. Now, when I do that, you'll see that I have the same form as a member sees, and I can add and complete any extra details for that member. So while I'm here, I'm just going to change it to a full membership. I'm going to upload the pink slip, which I obviously don't have, and upload a historic form there. And I will upload an image of the car as well. So status, it's now inspected. The inspection is today's date. Oops. And I need to do it right. I'll just do the same image. Good to go. Now I can save that. So, oops, I did miss gender. Let's change gender. That's a required field in the normal form there as well. That's obviously been recently made required. So now you'll notice that when I go into Classic Car, I can come under Datasets and I can see that now there's photos uploaded as well. So that's how you can administer a member. Now let me go and show you the reporting. So from the reporting perspective, they are here over under Dataset Reports, and you can come in and go to Car. So I've got other examples here. So you can see everybody that has a car in my car database at the moment. So the difference between this and your member report is this is in a list. It goes down depending on how many cars I have. So if you've got a member in here with 10 cars, they will appear in this membership list twice. You do have a lot of advanced search functionality. So you can come in here and search for members' expiry date. So if your members are going to expire and they've got cars registered, in some states that means that they're no longer compliant. So you can search for people that have found themselves in that situation. You can search for any fields that you've collected in your data set. So for example, if you put in a status that is admin only and it comes in with no selection, you can come in and see whose cars haven't we inspected. So who's recently added a car that you haven't looked at as an administrator. You can obviously search for expiry date or different details there as well. One of the compliance issues, you can actually just search for all non-current members if you want to. So you can see if anyone's has been deleted. And also you'll find members can delete their own cars or inactivate them if they don't link them to a level. You can also search for inactive or deleted items. So any search that you return, you can also come and show what information you want to see on your screen. So I might actually want to see the VIN number and the image, and I don't actually care about that field. So once I get that report ready to go, I can click search and you'll see that my report will change. Now, I did have a filter there for no selection, so I'm going to go back in and I'm going to just do show all so I get more data. Now you can see I have all my cars here. So let's just assume it's coming up to the end of the period, or these cars are all going to be due for expiry, and I've searched them, the registration's nearly expired. I can then email members directly from here as well. So anyone that comes in my search, I can email. I do have all of the demographic information and I can send that straight out. So that wraps up how an administrator can use and manage the cars from a car database perspective and how much control you have over the cars. I am going to do a separate video on how it looks from a member's perspective. So members can sign up, they can add and edit cars throughout the duration of their membership. And obviously that's depending on what fields you've controlled. And they can also manage and look those cars up on the mobile app as well. So I will compile that video. If you have any more questions, check out support.memberjungle.com and have a look at Datasets, or feel free to flick me an email, hello@memberjungle.com.au, or obviously book a demo. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.